start off with Mr. Frank the Cuban Flash Sanchez. Frank just bounced from trainer Eddie Reynoso and hooked up with Joe Goosen. Now, you know, Frank's nickname is the Cuban Flash. And I think for this occasion, we might want to change that nickname to something like Frank Exit Stage Left Sanchez. But anyway, Sanchez said that there's no beef or bad blood between himself and Reynoso. He said Reynoso was simply too busy and everything is normal. Eddie had a great camp with Canelo, and he was very busy. Now he's on vacation, and that is why I went to Joe Goosen, said Mr. Sanchez. Sanchez is expected to be back in the ring in July. He also said that he's not against the possibility of going back to Reynoso's at some time in the near future. Looks like Reynoso's might be having a lot of time on his hand. Things aren't going so well. A lot of his stable mates, boxers, are gone. And I'm sure he's going to be focusing and investing a lot of his time on Canelo in preparation and getting ready for his fight with Triple G. Anyway, that's pretty much that for that. Valdez gone due to his loss to Shakur. I'm not saying Valdez has left, but you know, you go to boxer's vacation after a good fight, win or loss. So we have Mr. Andy Ruiz Jr., who seems to be spending a lot of time at his new gym, getting that up and running. So I think next fight for Canelo, Mr. Reynoso will have all the free time to invest in Mr. Canelo 100% because there's no one else there to train. Mr. Ryan Garcia. Well, this fight was discussed a while back, but due to Mr. Garcia and his mental health issues and things of that nature, this fight never came to fruit. Now, Mr. Garcia settling back into his new trainer and training camp location with Mr. Goosen, coming off a nice victory, is looking to further himself. And I do think this is a good fight for Mr. Garcia to look good in. Javier Fortuna is a very good fighter, but he might be a bit beyond his age. So I expect Mr. Garcia to shine very greatly. And then I'm expecting him to start that Tank Davis hype. Speaking of Garcias, there's another Garcia, and this is Danny Garcia. It appears that him and Mr. Jose Benavides Jr. have agreed to fight July 30th. Garcia looking for a title in the third weight class. When last we saw Mr. Garcia was December 20th against Errol Spence. And once again, while they're on the topic of Garcias, Anthony Joshua will be trained by Robert Garcia for his rematch with Usyk. Anthony Joshua has secured trainer Robert Garcia for his heavyweight title rematch with Usyk on July 23rd in Saudi Arabia, sources have said. Garcia, who coaches out of Robert Garcia's Boxing Academy in Riverside, California, will be training Joshua in England. Now, in my own personal opinion, I honestly think Mr. Joshua should have sought a more defensive-minded coach. And I don't mean the put your guards up kind of defense. I'm talking about that tactical defense, you know, side to side, slipping footwork defense, head movement, all that. As good as the coach that Mr. Garcia is, I really don't think he's a good fit for Joshua, you see. Garcia is a developed coach. He has established himself and his particular style of training and techniques. And for this reason, I don't think he's a good fit for the Joshua. I don't think Joshua is capable of adapting to the Robert Garcia style and could be costly to Joshua if he attempts it. Last up, Adrien Broner versus Omar Figueroa on July 23rd in Chicago. Ibi was last seen in the ring February 21, while Figueroa was last seen in the ring May 21. Does anyone take AB seriously anymore? I mean, seriously. Not really. Is AB still a problem in the boxing world? Slight possibly if he was to focus, get his head right, and dig in. Can he revive his career and continue as a positive note? I don't know, man. AB seems to have a lot of outside the gym and ring distractions that affect him inside the gym and ring. But I will admit, AB is still a draw. He still has the ability to fill the seats. No matter if the fans are there to see him win or lose, he can pack the seats. But he needs to do more than fill the house. He needs to get serious. He needs to lock in and get his career back on a good positive flow, if you ask me.